The moment this machine enters the conversation, reality bends a little, because what Yamaha has done here is not a revival, it's a resurrection. The 2026 Yamaha RX100 doesn't politely knock on the door of modern motorcycling. It kicks it down with a grin, reminding the world that legends don't age. They evolve and come back louder, sharper and more dangerous than ever. There's something almost rebellious about this motorcycle. Like Yamaha deliberately chose to ignore trends and instead listen to the heartbeat of riders who grew up dreaming about raw power and mechanical honesty. This bike doesn't try to be futuristic for the sake of it. It feels like a calculated explosion of nostalgia, fused with modern engineering that refuses to apologize. When you look at it, your brain struggles to decide whether you're staring at a memory or a brand new weapon. The silhouette whispers old-school attitude, but every angle screams intent. It's compact, aggressive, and unapologetically bold, like it was built to embarrass bikes twice its size. On back roads and city streets alike, twist the throttle and the personality changes instantly. This isn't a calm commuter pretending to be exciting. This is a motorcycle that wants to be ridden hard, heard loud, and remembered forever. The response feels alive, almost emotional, as if the machine itself is daring you to push just a little further. Every single time, Yamaha didn't design this bike to please everyone, and that's exactly why it works in a world full of sanitized, over-filtered motorcycles. The 2026 RX100 feels raw, direct, and brutally honest. It doesn't hide behind riding modes or electronic babysitters. It puts the rider back in control where skill actually matters. The sound alone is enough to send chills down your spine. It's sharp, crisp, and aggressive, cutting through traffic like a warning shot. This is the kind of exhaust note that turns heads at stoplights and makes people roll down their windows, just to confirm what they're hearing is real. Weight plays a massive role here, and Yamaha nailed it. The bike feels ridiculously light, almost playful, yet stable enough to inspire confidence at speed. You don't ride it, you wear it. Every movement feels amplified, every input rewarded, making even short rides feel like an event worth talking about. Acceleration hits in a way that feels personal. It doesn't overwhelm you instantly. It builds snaps and then launches forward with a grin-inducing urgency. It's the kind of power delivery that makes you laugh inside your helmet and question why bikes ever needed to be heavier or more complicated. What truly shocks people is how modern this bike feels without losing its soul. The balance between classic DNA and updated performance is so precise that it feels intentional, almost surgical. Yamaha didn't guess. They executed with confidence. This motorcycle doesn't beg for attention. It commands respect. Park it anywhere and it becomes a magnet. Riders walk over, non-riders ask questions, and everyone seems to share the same expression. Disbelief mixed with excitement. That reaction alone tells you Yamaha got it right. Riding through the city, the RX100 feels like controlled chaos. It slices through traffic effortlessly, darts into gaps, and makes urban riding feel fun again instead of frustrating. It's not about top speed, it's about how fast you feel. And this bike makes every mile exciting. On open roads, the character shifts again. It settles into a confident rhythm, reminding you that this machine isn't just loud and flashy. It's capable. The chassis feels planted, predictable, and ready to respond instantly when you demand more. Yamaha's attention to detail is everywhere. From the stance to the ergonomics, nothing feels accidental. The bike fits a wide range of riders, making it approachable without watering down its aggressive spirit. This is not a bike for people who want to blend in. The 2026 RX100 is for riders who crave identity, who want their motorcycle to say something about who they are. It's bold, unapologetic, and slightly unhinged in the best possible way. There's a sense of freedom attached to this machine. That's hard to explain. It strips riding back to its core, reminding you why motorcycles existed in the first place. No distractions, no gimmicks, just rider road and adrenaline. Yamaha clearly understood that legends don't need reinvention. They need respect. The RX100 carries its name with pride, not as a tribute, but as a continuation of an attitude that refuses to die. Every ride feels like a statement. Every throttle twist feels intentional. This bike doesn't ask if you're ready. It assumes you are, and if you're not, it will teach you quickly. In the American motorcycle scene, where bigger often means better, this bike flips the script completely. It proves that excitement isn't measured in size, but in connection, character, and courage. The 2026 Yamaha RX100 isn't chasing trends, awards, or approval. It exists to remind the world that motorcycles are supposed to make your heart race and your senses light up. This machine feels like Yamaha looked straight at its own history and said, let's do it louder, sharper, and with zero fear. The 2026 RX100 doesn't try to rewrite the past. It weaponizes it, turning legacy into something that feels dangerous. In the modern world of quiet, overprotected motorcycles, there's an energy to this bike that can't be faked. From the first second you sit on it, you sense that it was engineered by people who actually ride. The connection between throttle, chassis, and road feels instant, almost mechanical in a way that modern riders forgot they were missing. What's shocking is how much confidence this motorcycle gives you. It doesn't intimidate, it invites you to push harder, lean deeper, and trust the machine completely. Every mile builds courage, turning ordinary riders into believers. The RX100 doesn't care about being polite. It wants to be felt, the vibration, the response, the sound. Everything works together to create a riding experience that feels alive, raw, and emotionally charged. This is not a bike you analyze. It's a bike you feel in your chest. Yamaha's branding shines through without screaming for attention. The design language is clean, purposeful, and aggressive, like a fighter who doesn't waste movement. Nothing feels unnecessary and nothing feels missing. In a time when motorcycles are starting to feel more like appliances, the RX100 feels like art with an attitude problem. It brings back the idea that riding should be slightly risky, deeply exciting, and completely unforgettable. This bike has a strange way of making you slow down just to enjoy the moment, then suddenly speeding up because you can't resist. That emotional swing is rare, and Yamaha captured it perfectly. Every ride becomes a story. Even a quick trip to the gas station feels like a mini adventure. People notice, people ask, and you can see it in their faces. They're surprised something this simple can feel this powerful. The 2026 RX100 doesn't try to compete with the future. It reminds the future where it came from. It stands as proof that soul, sound, and simplicity still matter more than numbers on a spec sheet. When you finally park it and walk away, you don't feel done, you feel unfinished, like the bike just planted an idea in your head and whispered, "Let's go again." And that's when you realize Yamaha didn't just build a motorcycle, they reignited a mindset fire motorcycle. And when the engine finally cools and you walk away, one thing becomes painfully clear. This isn't just a motorcycle you ride. It's a motorcycle that stays with you long after the sound fades, daring you to come back for more fire motorcycle.